All right, guys, I'm excited to walk you through this awesome clay table that we share with you all. So essentially, this is something that we use before we reach out to any, M&A advisor or investment bank. That's one of the audiences that we're after. But a lot of things here you can also apply to other audiences. So let's start step by step. So the first thing is some industries, especially like, M&A advisors and let's say SaaS companies, it's very hard to just write like an industry on a poll. Like even if you write computer software, they're not always just SaaS, and even if you add keywords, there's still gonna be like some hiccups here and there. So the way around that is one of my favorite probably features in Clay is you just write a prompt and you essentially ask the AI to verify, okay, is that a website of like an M&A advisor, or is that a website of like an investment bank? And you can kind of see the prompt here. You'll be able to check it out when you grab the table yourself. But essentially, in this case, you need to specify things. Like you can't just tell it like, tell me, is this a website of an M&A advisor or whatever? You need to specify like, here's certain keywords to look for, certain things that you would find on their website. And so essentially, feel free to change this, based on whoever you're reaching out to. The only thing you will need is the domain. So when you're uploading the list here, you'll see there's like a domain section. Just upload that, and once you run it, you'll be able to, get the output. And essentially here, I've just hidden all the nulls, but every time it's a yes, it's gonna be a check mark. Okay, cool. The other thing that we're doing, and again, specifically for M&A, but feel free to change it, is we're trying to find, the type of firm and essentially like what they're focused on, right? So in this case, we're trying to find if these M&A firms, they're like focused on a specific industry. And this could apply, let's say, if you're reaching out to agencies, if you're reaching out to SaaS, like are they specified, to a certain audience, right? And essentially now when we get that output, we'll be able to mention that, right, in the copy. We can just see some of the outputs here. So like these guys are focused on the healthcare sector. These guys, let's see, they're focused on, sometimes it doesn't get a lot of info because like these websites, they're sometimes they don't have anything. So you kind of need to also sort through that. Okay. And you'll see the output. We'll find it later on as well. The third thing is here we're looking for a case study, right? So we're actually looking a company they sold and in which industry it was. Again, this is very, at this point, it's very M&A investment banker specific, but you could in theory work it to find like, specific case studies that the company has done. The cool thing is here for M&A, you'll see it's like we've gone into a lot of detail because again, websites are kind of like where to navigate there. So you definitely need to mention stuff like, where to find these case studies. So is it gonna be on the case studies page, like work, blog, resources, and whatnot. And then here you'll see like we have the output, the company and the industry. Here we're using simple formulas to like, split it up, and we're also using AI to normalize the company name. Again, you can use this for if you're grabbing a case study for like another type of business like a SaaS, you can normalize the company name, aka like clean up the LLC, inks, any kind of like weird text there. Okay. And here we're just doing a few, confirmations. So okay, we need to represent like this domain. Like we're basically making sure if like they actually did that transaction. So it's always good like any information that you pull out, it's good to ask the AI to verify it because sometimes it can hallucinate. Okay. And here we're just asking it to rewrite the industry. So again, like I said, a lot of times the way this works, it's like you pull out and make sure you use the AI to rewrite it. And again, you can go for the prompt here in more detail. And then this is again the banker industry. So this is different from the case studies. This is actually going for the whole domain, and you'll see like there's a lot more output here because even though these people might a lot of times not mention specific companies they sold and whatnot, but it's gonna say on their website like, oh, we're focused on industry ABC. And again, this is very specific for their industry. Other websites like SaaS, you'll find like a myriad of a lot more information. But again, you'll see like here we're specifying, okay, go to this page, go to that page, like check this, check that, and also giving a specific guidelines. So essentially this, again, you can copy for other tasks you might be doing. And again, same thing, like we're splitting, based on the two industries that we pulled out. And now all these variables we can then apply to our copy. So when reaching out to them, like we could say, I see you're focused on the healthcare sector, or you're focused on the defense sector, or I saw you sold company XYZ, are you looking to represent other similar companies, right? And there's a few other extra steps here. Like the most important thing is, we have bouncer and bouncer ban, which essentially these verified emails are legit or not. Bouncer for verified emails and bouncer bond for catch out emails. So hopefully you enjoy this. Let me know if you have any questions. We love using a lot of stuff here, not just for M&A but for other sectors as well. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the table. Oh, and let me know in the comments what you actually did with it. I'm super hyped to learn about that. Have a good one. Ciao.